You have invited the most brilliant panelist to be on your panel. This person is the preeminent authority on the topic of your panel. And that person is completely dominating the panel discussion. What do you do? My name is Kristin Arnold, and I am a master facilitator and a leading authority on moderating panel discussions. And I will tell you, there are several things that you can do. Let's find out what those are. So it does happen. The expert, in all fairness and all transparency, wants to share their wisdom with the audience, and yet they seem to be dominating the panel discussion. In this video, I'm going to share 6 strategies, and the 7th strategy that I don't recommend, but it is a strategy you can use. Let's dive right on it. So the first strategy for that self-evident expert that you have on your panel is a little self-awareness goes a long way. And what I mean by that is that you as a panel moderator need to feed the ego of the expert, because they are the expert. They do know a lot. And you go, you know what? You are awesome. The reason why we invited you on this panel is because you are the expert. However, we also have 2, 3, 4 other people who are also practitioners or experts, or they report on this topic, or whatever their role is. And you say, it's important that we hear from everyone on this panel. So I'm asking for you to help me make sure that we have everyone an equal opportunity to speak. Okay, so you notice I've acknowledged that this person is the expert, and I'm asking for this person to help me make sure that that panel is going to be successful by sharing airtime, because I know that this could be a problem. Probably because I've seen it happen, or I've been told by the meeting organizer that this person has a tendency of dominating the conversation, or that this person tells you how to build a watch, not the time, those kinds of things. So if you have a good idea that this is going to happen, a little preventative maintenance goes a long way. Just appeal to their ego, their help, support, and that should help. But it's not going to answer the whole thing. So here's another strategy. So another strategy that you can use is to redirect very quickly to another panelist. You say, that's an interesting point. Look to another panelist. Would you like to comment on that? So you kind of have to do that very quickly before they keep. So maybe between a breath, an appropriate spot so that it's not completely interrupting, but when they're taking a breath, you simply redirect the conversation to another panelist. Strategy number 3, when you ask a question, start with another panelist. How about if we start with you? Not your dominating panelist. Start with someone else. A 4th strategy is to reframe your question and direct it to another panelist. So you could take what has been said and reframe it and then shift it to another panelist. Take like the last dribble of what that dominating panelist said, reframe the question and shift it to another panelist. Okay, now we're getting a little bit more forward and less gentle, but firm. Sometimes you just have to gently interrupt the person. Like maybe it's mid-breath and you just interrupt and you say, we hear you, but it's also important that we hear from our other panelists. I like to use a lot of my hands. Thank you very much. You can say, thank you for that comment. We'd like to hear from our other panelists. It allows, it's a pretty obvious intervention, but it allows you to say, stop talking and let other people talk. And especially if you've had that conversation before the panel, they know what you're doing. So then they go, oh yeah, I'm probably talking too much. I mean, don't say you're talking too much. Just say, thank you for that comment. And now, Mary, what would you like to add? The 6th strategy is even a more forceful interruption, and I call it an injection. It's not during a breath. It's not at the end of a sentence. It's like, good point. Mary, what do you want to say? What do you say to this? Like, you just stop it midway, because sometimes these dominators don't take breaths. They don't have a punctuation mark at the end of their sentence. So you just have to like go, excellent point, and then redirect. I call that more an interjection versus an interruption. It's just a little bit different of a strategy. I'm just curious. Have you ever seen somebody dominate a panel discussion? I bet you have. What do you see as an effective strategy in reining them in? If you could just put that comment in the notes section while you're there, maybe hit the like button, even subscribe to our channel. That would be awesome. I appreciate you if you do that. Awesome. You ready for the 7th strategy, and the one that I really don't recommend? However, I have seen this done. You ready? Drum roll, please. The AV person turned the microphone off. Now, I had no control over that. The meeting organizer basically said, let's just create a malfunction. So, of course, you're like, oh, okay. I mean, as a moderator, I just roll at the malfunction. I'm like, oh, it looks like our microphone's not working. We're going to have to share. So, Mary, would you like to say comment first? So at least she's got her say on it. Now, I don't advocate that as a strategy because, number one, it makes the AV team look bad. We don't like the AV team to look bad. We want to make them look like heroes. And yet, it is a strategy that you have in your toolbox. So that being said, those are 7 ways that you can deal with somebody who is dominating your panel discussion. I hope you got some good ideas. And if you want more information about moderating panel discussions, I invite you to subscribe to our 7-part free video series at www.howtomoderateapanel.com. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.